my video. The heating elements at the front of the drum are basically the hot air just goes into the drum well and circulates, and it gets exhausted out here and then out through the pipe. Right, so the elements are right at the front of the drum. The heating elements are down there. Now, my dad had the drum out to repair it, and didn't get a chance to film it, unfortunately, but the element is down at the very front, under that sort of metal disc, where it meets the bodywork of the tumble dryer. So the elements it's just basically in the round shape, there's the element assembly, and the front of the drum connects up to that. Obviously then that heats the air getting sucked in to dry the clothes, and then it gets exhausted out and then out into the outside of the house. I take it that's a thermal cut-off switch here? Yes. Is it a thermal cut-off? Yep. So that's a thermal cut-off switch, and that's the drive motor down there with a wee nylon like belt. Is it nylon? Oh, nylon belt. Possibly nylon. Would that be a nylon belt, would it? Nylon or rubber. Yeah, that'll do. So that's the other side, that's the inside of the back panel. That's where the exhaust air, where it gets exhausted out of the drum goes. And that vent there's just to cool the motor. My dad took a picture when the drum was out. I wasn't in at the time. But that there, I believe, would be the element. That assembly there, and then that's where the drum connects up to. So most of the space inside the assembly is just filled up with the drum, but that I believe would be the element assembly. You can see the wire going into to power it up from the main circuitry. And I believe that's where the air would come out, the hot air for the basically to go into the drum. And above that I think there's this circuitry for the switches, and that'll be the main circuitry controls. So there is actually a handle on the side of the casing to make it easier to lift. Not quite sure what this label is. I'm just going to try and... It's a bit awkward at the moment to film that. So I believe that the circuitry, there won't be much, but I think most of it will be in this, behind this panel, which is the main control panel. There isn't much really, it's just the switch and the timer and the main power. That'll be the hot, high and low for the temperature, the timer and the main power switch. And the element, this will be where it, I believe, will suck the air in from, possibly. Well, that could certainly feel the heat. That's where the element will heat up the drum. I'll see if we can zoom that up. So I've got the thing in, I've got the camera in the drum facing forward. It's not very clear, I can't really see what I'm filming it. Guess that'll be something like that anyway. And then at the back, there's a filter there as well. That's a filter in the back. There's also a filter there, I believe. Dust filters. So we'll suck the air in from the front, through the element, into the drum, and then out the back. And then into the pipe that goes outside. That'll be my understanding of how it works. And the model, as I said, there's a model there, so. Right, so hopefully that'll be of use, of interest to someone. Where there are two belts, I've just having another look at this. There's two belts, there's the clear sort of like nylon one, and there's like a black belt there as well. I think the belt nearest the back, that sort of clearer one, I think that turns a fan that's in the back of the drum. There'll be like a fan assembly, and that'll be there to suck the air in and distribute it around the inside of the drum and expel it out the rear. I don't know exactly how it actually works, but I think that the fan will suck air in from the front through the filter, through the drum. Well, first I'll suck air in from the front through the heating element to heat the air, then it'll go into the drum, dry the clothes whilst the drum is being turned with the other belt, the black belt, because the drum will be turned with the motor. The motor will also turn the fan, which is on another pulley. And there's like a jockey with a spring to keep the tension on the belt. And I think that's what these two belts are for. I haven't seen inside the drum. But I think there's a fan, because when at the back, at the exhaust, there's a lot of air coming out, so there's got to be a fan in there being driven by the motor. So there, that will explain the two belts. That's just my understanding of it anyway. Okay, thank you for watching. Cheers.